It's the Action Figure Show with that Junkman. On tonight's episode, the action figure of the week, a toy that almost was, stupid Craigslist ads, we tried to beat the captain, love advice from Larry J. Wampa, the latest action figure news, and special guests from TV's Becker, Shawnee Smith, all that and more on the Action Figure Show. And now, back from a recent trip to a burned down KB Toys, it's that Junkman!
Whew. Thank you, Larry. Thank you. And welcome back, guys, for another episode of the Action Figure Show. We're back here. This is where we give you the latest news in action figures. We give you a figure of the week, a playset I always miss this, a playset playmate of the week. We look at an unreleased figure. And we do a lot of other silly stuff in between. So I think you're going to have a really good time. Let me move that mouse out of the way. Y'all don't care. I hate mouses. I don't think y'all care about seeing that. So this is the Action Figure Show. As always, you can join us on social media on our special page, all about the Action Figure Show, where we give you behind the scenes look of the show. We also, what else do we do? Larry, what else do we do over there on that social media account?
Well, we actually do all kinds of different things over there. We have a lot of fun. We post pictures, we make jokes, we tell you about what's coming up on the show, look at some pictures of stuff that was on the show, tell you about some guests, take suggestions. We just have all kinds of wacky, crazy fun over there. Really, check it out.
Well, you would know, Larry. Larry runs that social media account. I'm too busy at that Junkman on Twitter and Facebook and all that, but all the stuff you see over there on the Twitter account or the Instagram account is done by Larry. So, Larry, how was your weekend? Did you have a good week?
Yeah, actually, I had a really good weekend. I actually went to the movies first time in a long time. I saw a double feature. One of them was The Empire Strikes Back.
Really? Yeah, I want to see that too. The Empire Strikes Back. I don't know if you guys know, a lot of theaters are showing The Empire Strikes Back. You know, a lot of theaters, they can't get a lot of new movies out now, so they're doing a lot of retro movies. There's a lot of retro movies out there, and I saw Empire Strikes Back too. I really liked it. What else did you see? You said you saw a double feature besides Empire. What did you see?
Oh, me and my cousin went to see this movie from the 70s called Deep Throat. It's really, really good. Not much of a storyline, but let me tell you about this one time this lady was in the
bedroom. Family show, Larry. Family show. Okay, let's just jump right into the news. We'll give you a little bit of news, and we'll bounce around and come back to some news, but we'll start. And I think anyone that's a fan of He-Man would enjoy this one. Mattel, Mattel's kind of released this. They don't really call it a retro line. It's like a new retro. It kind of looks like the old He-Man stuff. Master Universe figures. They got some figures out. But they're a little updated. I think they're kind of like an updated retro look. And they got He-Man and Skeletor and a couple other ones. I can't wait till they do a Trapjaw. He was always my favorite. They actually had the Land Shark vehicle coming out also. But they announced this one. It's really cool. They got a playset of Castle Grayskull. Really? Castle Grayskull. It looks a lot like the original. Like I said, it's updated a little bit. But you can tell the molds and design and everything. It's like the original Castle Grayskull. Let's take a look. This amazing classic style Castle Grayskull playset will retail for $74.97 and be exclusive to Walmart. Over at the Walmart website, they're already taking pre-orders for a spring 2021 release. The castle will come with an exclusive Sorceress action figure. That's impressive. Now, I would like to have that. That's pretty cool. It makes me want the whole line. See, I didn't really care about the figures except maybe Trapjaw, but now I see that. I was like, okay, maybe I have to buy this whole line, support it. It looks really, really cool. And having a Sorceress figure, now I wish that Sorceress figure looked more like she did in the He-Man cartoons. I know it looks more like the ones based in the comic book, all one color, but I like the other one. What'd you think about that, Larry? What'd you think about that Castle Grayskull playset?
It looks really nice. It looks a lot like the original one, but I wish since they updated, it has a little bit of update to it. Maybe if it lit up or made a little sound or something, make it a little bit more extra.
Yeah, I hear you. What about Castle Grayskull Snake Mountain? What do you choose out of the two? What toy would you most like to play with if you had them both sitting in front of you?
Yeah, that's a tough one, let me tell you. They're both really fun play sets, but I think when it comes to play value, there's just a little bit more you could do with the Castle Grayskull, so I think I would pick it.
Yeah, Castle Grayskull I think was more fun. Snake Mountain had that thing you talked through and amplified your voice. That was pretty cool. I really liked that. And I like that Hordak thing. What was it, Horde Cave? You put your Oh, well, you put your hand through like a little puppet. It was pretty cool. But again, Mattel's going to release a classic Castle Grayskull. It's hard to say that. Classic. Can you say it? How can you say it, Larry? Can you say that? Classic Castle Grayskull.
Classic Castle Grayskull. Doesn't seem all that hard to me.
He's always got to show one out on me there. Maybe you ought to come sit over here, Larry. Let's see what else we got. More news. Let's hit some more news here. What's that?
You think they're ever going to do retro figures of Sky Commanders?
No, Larry. I hadn't heard them making a retro figure of that one yet. Sideshow Collectibles. Do you guys know that? They make a lot of more higher-end collectible toys. And if you're a fan of the movie Scream, I think you'll really enjoy this figure that's coming out. Ghostface figure from the hit film Scream. The figure comes with a tattered cloth cape, a hood, and belt. It also comes with different hands, open or fisted. You can also choose to display them with a clean knife or a bloody knife. You can now pre-order the figure for $210, and it should arrive by the end of April next year. A lot of hands there, Larry. It comes with a lot of hands.
I'm glad to see it comes with some attachable fist, but I hope they don't come off too easy, because I know where I'm going to put that fist.
Larry, keep it friendly. Keep it friendly. Got families watching the show. Probably not. How's the show doing? What was our views like last week?
It started off really slow. It got less than average on the first couple of days, but then it started to pick up a little bit. I think we were at around 1,700 views.
Well, it's not horrible. I mean, it's about average, but...
The Star Wars Bendham video got more views.
What? The Bendhams did better? The Bendham video did better than Action Figure News?
Yeah, actually, the Bendham video did a little bit better. Not a lot better, but a little bit better, but... the Action Figure News, the first official episode, was on the lower side of average.
Well, you check the social media all the time. Do they have any advice for you?
Well, I hate to say it, but the only real advice I remember we got was less Larry.
Less Larry. I think I might like that one. Less Larry. That might be a good idea. I like that one. Less Larry. More Junkman. Less Larry. I like that. That's good. We can promote that and more people will tune in, I bet. Okay, let's talk about this other toy here. No, we've done the toy. We're going to take a break from toy news and we're going to look at the Spotlight Action Figure of the Week. This is where I talk about an action figure, show you a picture of it. Just an action figure from a line. Kind of give a little small review about it. But I thought you guys might like this one. This one might be a little bit more fun than last week's one here. It's not Mona Lisa. I'm going to try not to say that. This is Mona Loser. Did I say that right? Let me check my notes real quick. Mona Loser. I knew I was going to say it wrong. Mona Loser. It's from the Garbage Pail Kids line of action figures. Let's take a look. In 1986, the toy company Imperial turned the popular gross-out trading cards Garbage Pail Kids into a small pop-up rubber series of action figures. One of those figures in the set was Mona Loser. Mona, like the other figures in the series, was hidden in a trash can and that she would pop up at the press of a button. The other action figures in this line seemed a little bit more grossed out. Mona Loser, who is based on Mona Lisa, really doesn't look all that grossed out, at least compared to the other figures in the line. And as equally as sad as that, Mona Loser did not appear in the live-action Garbage Pail Kids movie. Garbage Pail Kids movie, that was a good one. You see that one there? You see that Garbage Pail Kid movie? Did you see that one?
Ugh, wish I didn't see it. I mean, I took my second ex-wife to see it. And, no wonder she divorced me.
Yeah, that was a real stinker right there. And I got a friend that really wanted to go see that movie. Couldn't wait till it came out. If you haven't seen the Garbage Pail Kid movie, it's one of those so bad you have to check out. It's okay. What are we doing now, Larry?
It's time to look at some weird, stupid Craigslist ads.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what we're gonna do now. This is part of the show where we're gonna look at some crazy Craigslist ads, usually related to Star Wars or action figures. This one's all Star Wars, and this is a series I've done here on the channel, and you guys really like it. And to be honest with you, it takes a lot of time to find about 10 of them I need for a video, so a good way to do a little small segment here. That way you can still have a little bit of fun watching this show here. So let's take a look at the first Craigslist ad. You ready for this one? This one here is a Luke Skywalker toy man for $200. First up, I don't like anyone that says a toy man, but $200, this isn't a Luke Skywalker. I'm sure you can all agree with that. And It's not even complete. It's not even a complete Obi-Wan Kenobi. I mean, it's not even worth a $5 Obi-Wan Kenobi. Look at it. $200 for Obi-Wan with no cape and a broke saber. And the guy thinks it's Luke Skywalker. Who are these people that make these ads? Check this one out. Here's an Ewok. We all love Ewoks, and I'm sure you would like to have an Ewok on a Return of the Jedi card, still in the package, unopened. That would be a lot of fun. So take a look at this ad. The unopened Star Wars Ewok figure. The guy says it's in great condition. Great condition? Look at it. Look like somebody kicked the can with it all the way up and down the street. I'm surprised it's still in this bubble in that condition. Unopened Ewok. You know what I never see on the Craigslist? Wampas. No one's ever selling a Wampa. You know that, Larry?
I don't really find human trafficking jokes all that funny. You know, it's a real big problem in the Wampa community. In fact, it's a real big problem in every community. It's not something to joke about.
An unopened Ewok. Ewok. Day. Ewok. How about that? Would you buy that one? Would you buy that? How much were they asking for that, Larry? I forgot to look.
1,700 credits.
Oof, oof, oof. Okay, check this one out. A set of 4 Star Wars action figures for only $999. They're vintage. They're rare. You know you're going to want them. Take a look. These 4 classic Kenner Star Wars... Wait a second. These aren't Star Wars figures. They're Star Trek figures. And they're not even the old Star Trek figures from Mego. They're Playmate Star Trek figures. Sure, I love them, but they're not worth anything. But they're not worth more than 99 cents, much less $999. It says right there, Star Trek on the package. You might understand if it was loose. Someone who just found it in a sewer or something wouldn't know if that was Star Wars or Star Trek. But come on. It says Star Trek right there on the package. Come on, people. Okay, you newer guys might like this one, fans of the newer Disney movie. Someone is trying to sell a Kylo Ren action figure. What's that?
They actually spelled Ren, R-Y-N.
R-Y-N. Oh, well, let's take a look at it. Well, it seems he only wants $200 for this new figure that's out of the package, and he says it does come with a sword, as you can see in this photo, and his father is Luke Skywalker. I did not remember that part of the movie. I don't know about you, but that looks nothing like Adam Driver, Kylo Ren, or anything from Star Wars. Does people even try? Do they even try to sell this stuff? Or they just take a picture and throw it up on there? So, okay, I guess now we're gonna, hey Larry, want to look at, what we're gonna do now?
Well, if you look at your note card, or at least paid attention during our meetings and didn't just play Angry Bird all day, you would know that it's time for the Unreleased Toy of the Week.
Unreleased toys. That's right. We're going to look at unreleased toys. Now, we're going to do something a little different. We're not going to look at an action figure. I know, it's the action figure show. We should be looking at unreleased action figures, or at least action figure accessories, right? But this time, we're going to look at a board game. It's one I kind of wanted to talk about, but I could never really fit it into a full video, so this is a good way to work in some stuff I wanted to do without doing a full video. This is a board game based on a movie that the movie got released, but it tanked at the box office. That movie was called Quintet, and there was a board game actually based on it. Let's take a look. The board game was based on the 1979 science fiction film by Robert Altman called Quintet, starring Paul Newman. There's been no official reason why this game was never released, but due to the poor box office of the film, you can kind of guess why it was canceled. I mean, the movie didn't even crack the top 40 movies of 1979. A few of these have hit collector's market, a very small number. It seems like they were close to getting produced, but never got released. Whew, that's one board game we never got to play. Man, I love playing board games. It was really hard. Something a lot of people wouldn't play with me. A lot of time I had to play by myself. I mean, I had a Smurf game I had to play by myself. Got it for Christmas, and my brother and sisters are way too old to be playing a Smurf game. Larry, do you have any board games you grew up on that you like to play?
I really love this game called Cat's Eye. It was a marble game. I'm not sure if anybody remembers it, but me and my brothers and sisters used to love to play it. The downside is it was only for 4 to 5 players. So, you know, with a family of 27 kids, you can imagine there's a lot of fighting on whose turn it was to play Cat's Eye.
Cat's Eye. I remember that one. Cat's Eye. I think, you remember the old commercial from the 70s? The girl was like, boy was like, Cat's Eye. Remember that? Am I the only? Me and Larry the only one remember Cat's Eye? Let's roll some old footage. Wax Harrison Ford. Don't worry, I'm not gonna bug you. Just run that Cat's Eye commercial.
I should have told you Wax Harrison Ford left. He mumbled something about he didn't have time for this and walked out. But I went searching for that Cat's Eye game commercial, and believe it or not, I couldn't find it. But I remember when a little kid would put the marble in the right place and yell, "Cat's Eye!"
Cat's Eye! Yeah, Cat's Eye. I forgot a good one, Larry. I forgot all about that. And now, let's see. What's that? Oh, a board game that I enjoyed. Me and my sister really loved to play this game called Superstition. It was like a scary, spooky graveyard game. You had to set it all up. I remember a mirror would break. You had to roll a dice and you had to walk under a ladder or something. It was really, really creepy. I think I liked playing with the little gadgets more than the game itself. But, I used to bug her all the time about playing it. Superstition. One of those a commercial for that one. I don't think so. If there is, we'll add it right here. Apparently there's not a commercial. But let me say, apparently there is a commercial. And I'll edit whatever one fits. Cat's Eye! Ooh. Hey Larry, Cat's Eye! Oh well, let's get on back to the news. Are you a fan of the movie Dune? Dune's coming out. It's supposed to be scheduled for December, but is anything getting released as planned? Anyway, Dune. McFarlane's going to release action figures based on the Dune line, and we got a first look here. So let's take a closer look at the Dune action figures. As you can see, these Dune figures are very... Wait a minute! That's the old Dune figures from the 80s. Wrong picture. Now, that's more like it. The new McFarlane Dune figures should be hitting stores soon. If you order them on Amazon, they have a shipping date for November 20th. But the figures should start showing up at stores about a month before the release of the film, if it gets released on time. Dune. I've never seen Dune. I never saw the original Dune. Larry, you see Dune?
Oh yeah, I love Pat Boone. My parents took me to see Pat Boone at a concert back in 1953. He sung "Isn't That a Shame?" Really great guy. I met him backstage and we had a really great time and everything. I really love Pat Boone.
Dune, not Pat Boone. Dune.
Oh, Dune. No, I never saw the movie, but I did read the book a couple of times.
No, you didn't, Larry. No, you didn't read. You didn't read the Dune book. Don't you hate when there's a movie coming out based on a book and someone always has to tell you the book was better? That's just their way of saying, "Hey, I'm smart. I read." We know what you're doing. We know. Always. Hey, I saw Ready Player One.
Oh, what's that? Ready Player One? Oh, yeah, I read that book.
We know, Larry. We know. You read. You're a book nerd. You're better than us. Cat's Eye. Okay, what are we up to now? Let's see here. More news, I guess, Larry. More news.
Oh, yeah, we got more news than Dave Snurdoff.
I think Baby Yoda will like this one here. It's a crazy one, I tell you, man. They'll make anything nowadays, but it's kind of cool in a weird sort of way. Are you a fan of Neca? Are you a fan of the movie Gremlins? Well, they're going to make a figure from Gremlins 2 based on that sexy prostitute Gremlin. That's right, a Gremlin whore action figure is on its way. This action figure could pass as Larry's second wife. It will be released early next year. She comes in her sexy outfit and her very bright green hair. This Greta action figure is a must-have for any Gremlins fans that have ever said, "Who the hell is Phoebe Cates?" Whew, yeah, that's ugly right there. Whew, you put that in your collection, that's all anybody's gonna see when they come look at it. Whew, okay, we got a guest coming up. This is a new segment where we like to do. Speaking of, before we go on that guest, we got another guest. Larry, don't we got another guest?
Yes, we have the lovely and talented Shawnee Smith.
That's right, from Becker, that's right. She's in the studio here. I can't wait. She's going to come on and tell us about the Becker DVD that's going to be released in a couple of weeks. Blu-ray, high def. Becker in high def. You want to check it out. Cat's Eye. But here's our first guest we've had on this show. This is a new segment I want to do called Beat the Captain. I don't know if many of you know him. Y'all probably do. He's got a lot more views than I do on YouTube. His name's Captain Foley. He's a big Star Trek fan, but he's a big Star Wars fan also. Really loves R2-D2. And I thought it'd be kind of fun to play a game called Beat the Captain. This is where we try to beat Captain Foley with some Star Trek trivia. Me and Larry worked about 6 hours on these questions. They're really hard. And we think we can stump the captain. We think we can beat the captain. Now, I'm not really sure I'm going to add him in here yet because he was going to be here, but because of the virus, he decided to, stay at his place. But he lives in Canada, he lives in Bob Saget country. So we didn't want to fly him all the way down here. We're on a tight budget. We already got the Becker girl coming in. Becker. You ever seen that? Becker. Who's in that Becker? Who's in there with him? Who's the guy in Becker?
The star of Becker is Ted Danson.
Yeah, that's right. Ted Danson. Ted Danson. Now, that's somebody we like to get on the show, Larry. Make some phone calls. Let's get Ted Danson on this thing and find out his top 5 favorite action figures. But right now, let's see if we can beat the captain. Let's see if we can beat the captain. Let's see. Let's try to pull this down here. Put it right there. We'll try to beat the captain. Hopefully this will work. If not, I'll have to go back and re-edit the whole thing. But let's see. Captain Foley, welcome to the show.
Hi guys, I'm Captain Foley from Trek Yards. How are you doing today?
Okay, me and Larry worked on questions all day, and we're going to beat the captain right here. That's right, we're going to beat the captain. It's only 5 questions, and I think we got you on this one. So let's go with number 5. Oh, say something, Larry?
Yeah, I'd like to ask Captain Foley the first question, if you don't mind. It's one I've been thinking about. I think it's kind of a tough one here. We all know the ship is called the Star Trek Enterprise, but what's the full name of the Star Trek Enterprise on The Next Generation?
Whew, tough question there. Tough question there. Let's see if the captain knows this one.
Don't know what you mean by full name specifically. It's the USS Enterprise, NCC 1701D.
Whew. No stopping Captain Foley. They need to call him Admiral Foley. Yeah. Captain. I wonder if that's honorary or he really worked his way up the academy to become captain. I bet he named himself captain. But I'm not really sure. I don't know. He might have worked his way up through the ranks to become captain. Okay, I got a question for him right here. I'm going to stump him. Who is Picard's nephew?
Picard's nephew's name is Rene Picard. Rene Picard. Rene Picard.
There's no stopping this guy. Who knows Picard's nephew, Rene? I thought that was Rene. I thought it was a niece. I never heard of a boy named Rene. At least not in America anyway. Okay, what else? We got another question here. Who is the son of Worf? Let's see if Captain Foley can get stumped on that one. No, I'm sorry. I read that one wrong. Sorry about that. Worf is the son of who? See, it was too easy. I gave him an easy one. This one's even harder. Worf is the son of who?
Worf is clearly the son of Moog. Son of Moog. Moog.
Oh, Larry told me this was going to get him for sure.
Sorry about that, but I really thought that one was going to get him. Out of all the questions, that's the one I really thought would get him.
I can't do it. Larry, I'm not even going to read your next one, Larry. I'm not even going to try. We got to get a hard one for the captain. The captain is good when it comes to Star Trek trivia. Oh my goodness. These are all next generation questions. We thought we could get him. We thought, he would know more about the classic or Enterprise or the Star Trek cartoon, but okay, let's go with let's see. Larry, should we go with this one?
Yeah, I think that one might get him. That's a good one to ask him.
Yeah, I think that one will get him. Okay, Captain Foley, put your Star Trek hat on. This is gonna be a tough one. When Geordi LaForge befriended a Borg, what did he name the Borg?
Geordi named him Hugh.
Oh! Larry, I don't think we're going to be able to beat the captain. We got someone too smart. Ugh. Should have got his little partner he does his live streams with. Sorry, I can't never remember your name. Sorry, I'll watch your stream sometime. Just don't remember the name. Sorry. Cat's eye. Anyway, let's see here. We got one more. Captain, to stump you. We're going to stump the captain with this one. And what was Picard's favorite eye color? Too easy. Okay, let's see. I think this one will get him right here. Are you ready for this one? We got you this time. Captain Foley. What was the name of Wesley Crusher's father? Nobody likes Wesley Crusher. No one can answer Wesley Crusher trivia. We got you this time, Captain Foley. What was the name of Wesley Crusher's father?
His name was Jack Crusher. I don't know what this is for. Kind of odd questions and answers. I don't know.
The guy knows everything. He even knows stuff about Wesley Crusher. Hell, he probably could tell you the actor's name that played Wesley Crusher. Captain Foley, is there anything you would like to promote or maybe tell the guys about your channel and everything?
All right, Junkman, thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure to be on your channel. And hopefully you're doing well during this pandemic. I know we are up here in Canada. So thank you very much for having me on. Everybody go visit Trek Yards on YouTube and all the social media platforms. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. We have a few different Facebook groups. But if you're interested in ships, starships, just in general, we have fleet yards, but specifically we have Trek Yards, which focuses on Star Trek ships. So go check us out and subscribe to us on YouTube. Thank you very much. It's Captain Foley signing off. Thank you, Junkman.
Thank you, Captain Foley. Thank you. Man, that guy is good. We're going to have to work on some good questions if we try to beat the captain again, because he put a torpedo on our ass with those questions, and we thought we had him there.
Damn, Junkman, you said he was good. I didn't know he was going to be that damn good. Whew. I think that guy might know more about Star Trek than Lena Nimoy's grandmother. If we ever get him back on the show, I'm going to ask him who's the second in command of the Star Trek Enterprise.
Softball stuff, Larry. Softball stuff. Now let's take a break for the station identification.
Portions of today's programming are mechanically reproduced. This is WTCG Television, Atlanta.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the Action Figure Show right there. Coming up later, we have our special guest, Swanee Smith, from the television show Becker. Check it out. She's going to come on, tell us all about the latest Becker HD Blu-ray. 8-disc set here. It says 8-disc set of Becker. That's going to be a really good one. I can't wait to have her. But let's take a look at the Playset Playmate of the Week. That's where you look at a playset that's from a toy line and talk about it. And this one's, we're going to have to go to Mars, and we're going to have to take our bicycles for this one. Well, our motorcycles. Because we're going to talk about a toy from Bicycle, what's it called? Biker Mice from Mars. 1993, Galoob released an odd toy line of action figures called Biker Mice from Mars. This line, as the title said, were mice bikers that were from Mars. The line had a few different playsets, but none was as cool and as fun as the scoreboard hangout. Inside the Quigley Stadium is the scoreboard that has the secret hideout for the Biker Mice of Mars. It's a great place to watch a baseball game and eat their favorite snack, hot dogs and root beer. The artwork on the box made it look a little bit more fun than it was, but it's not a bad set. But there's really not a lot to it, but it's probably fun if you were into Biker Mice from Mars. It was mostly just a plastic stand that had very little accessories, but you could turn it into a mice gym and has some nice little guns. Today the playset in box can run you about $200 to $250. Biker Mice from Mars. Biker Mouse from Mars. Be honest, I don't really know that line. I remember seeing it in the stores, but I was never into that. What about you, Larry? Would you into Biker Men from Mars?
Nah, to be completely honest with you, Junkman, I can't say I ever really got into that toy line at all.
Yeah, I wasn't into that. I'll tell you what I am into, though. That's looking cool wherever I go. And thanks to, this isn't an ad, this is the actual news. We're on the news now. Thanks to, what's it called? Loungefly. What a weird name for a company. Anyway, if you're into retro Star Wars stuff, well, I know most of you guys are, I think you'll really like this. They got 2 new ways to carry stuff and show your love for retro Kenner Star Wars. Check this out. Loungefly is releasing 2 retro Star Wars bags. Both will have the same print showing classic Kenner Star Wars figures. The first is their backpack for $70. If that's not enough, you can also carry stuff in this Kenner printed zip around wallet. If only they would make a Kenner Star Wars printed squeezable coin purse. Now, you're into retro figures. You know the toy company Super 7, they do a lot of retro figures, and I think you'll really like this one. It's coming out. Remember Chucky from Child's Play? Chucky. Remember that, Larry? Did you ever see that, Chucky?
Oh, yeah, I'm a big fan of the Chucky series. I've seen them all. Child's Play, the bride of Chucky, the cousin of Chucky, the nephew of Chucky, the grandson of Chucky.
Oof, yeah. That was a scary. I tell you what, another scary movie was Stephen King movie, Cat's Eye.
You know, that bit might be funny if you could have found that old commercial for the game Cat's Eye.
You tired of that, Larry? You tired of that? Anyway, Super 7's going to do a 3.75 inch figure, so it's going to be right in the scale with your Star Wars figure of Chucky. Let's take a look. The reaction figure of Child's Play's Chucky even comes in a mini good guy box, just like the doll in the film. And he doesn't come alone, he also comes with a hammer. You can order him now while supplies last over at the Super 7 website for $20. That's pretty cool looking. It might look good on my Death Star playset, I think. I turned into an arcade, if you hadn't noticed in the background of some of my videos. I think that look like pretty cool. Okay, we got Swanee Smith coming up in a minute. We got one more thing to do. We're out of news, can you believe it? But we got Swanee Smith, who was also, did you know Swanee Smith was also in Summer School?
Oh yes, I remember Summer School. Probably my third favorite Mark Harmon movie ever made. And they had those two movie critics in it that really loved horror movies.
Yeah, it's probably the two best movie critics there ever was. Swanee Smith from TV's Becker is coming up to tell us about the new 9-disc Becker Blu-ray. Can't wait for that. Great show. Stars, it's got the girl from Star Trek in it, Deep Space Nine. Terry something. I don't know, but she's probably one of the hottest on Star Trek there ever was. I know the Borg Queen. Everybody likes the Borg Queen, but no. Give me that girl from Deep Space Nine. I can't remember her name, but I never watched Deep Space Nine. Never could get into it. I know. Everybody says Deep Space Nine's good. I'm trying to get into it. I get to about season 3 and I tone out. And everybody says, you got to keep going. Push it one more season. So, who knows? What about Larry? Did you get into Star Trek Deep Space Nine?
I was more into Star Trek Deep Space 8.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a such thing. I didn't even know that. Now, Larry, we got a Larry segment coming up. That's right. This is where you can write in your love advice for Larry. Larry's going to give you some love advice if you have it. And we have some love advice now from Clovis, New Mexico. So let's take a look and see what this one says. Dear Larry, I have a problem with my new girlfriend. We have gone out 3 or 4 times, but I have yet to let her come back to my house because I don't want her to see my massive collection of action figures. She is a great girl, but not really into pop culture stuff, and I'm worried it might be too much too soon for her. Thanks, Figures of the Heart. Whew, that's a good one. Larry, you got any advice for Figures of the Heart?
That's a hard question. One I think many toy collectors have had to face time to time. Just remember, if she likes you for you, she will like your toy collection. But I might would ease her into it. Maybe stop by the toy section to your local Walmart. Show her the action figure area. Judge her reaction when you talk about some of the cool action figures there on the peg. And then, after that, maybe the next time you see her, have 1 or 2 freshly bought action figures in the back seat of your car. Let her know you just picked them up. My 4th wife was a little worried after she saw my collection of famous dingleberries. Over time, she got used to it. So much, in fact, she took half of them in our divorce. So just take it slow. If she likes you for you, it will not matter how big your collection is.
That's some good advice right there. Good advice, Larry. Good advice. But with as many ex-wives as he has, I don't know if I would take any advice from him about love. Hell, I don't even take no toy advice from him. Okay, well, I guess it's time now for Swanee Smith. Did I say that name right?
It's Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith.
Anyway, whatever her name is, she's here to talk about...
Junkman,
Larry?
It looks like we're out of time. We're about 5 minutes over the runtime of the show.
Oh, my apologies to the Becker girl. It looks like we've ran out of time. But she has a beautiful gift basket. Yeah, she has a beautiful gift basket. She has a beautiful gift basket waiting for her backstage. What's in that gift basket, Larry?
Oh, there's some really great stuff in there. There's some Goo Goo Clusters, there's some A&W root beer, there's some moon pies so they can really go together. There's a VHS copy of the first season of Becker. You know, she'd probably really enjoy to have that. And of course, the Gangster Chewbacca CD that we took a look at last week. All that and a lot more is inside that basket.
I think she'll really enjoy that. Hell, I know I would. I wish I could be a guest on this show just so I could get that gift basket. Well, it looks like we're out of news, we're out of figure of the week, we're out of everything, and we're out of time. My apologies to Swanee Smith that we couldn't get it to her. A big thanks to Captain Foley for coming on. Let us try to beat the captain. We didn't get you this time, but I think we might be able to get you next time. And we got a hotline. We got a number you can call. Leave a voicemail. We'll play it on here and answer your questions. What's that number? I don't know. I don't know what the number is, but I'm going to put it up somewhere up here so you can call it. Sorry, it's not a toll-free number. You're going to have to call long distance. Anyway, that's the number right there on your screen. You call it, leave a voice message. We might play it here. We did get one, but it wasn't really much of a question and wasn't much feedback I could give for it. So anyway, as always, remember to check out the Twitter page for Action Figure Shows. Larry, what is that?
It's the Action Figure Show on Instagram, or on Twitter. It's a little more confusing. It's Action Fig Show. Action Fig Show on Twitter. We put a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff on that Twitter account and Instagram account, and we show pictures of stuff we talked about here so you can see them a little better than maybe in this video. So I think you enjoyed that. Don't forget, our t-shirts are up now. The link's in the description below. The Action Figure Show t-shirt or mug like the one you have on your desk.
That's right. And don't forget, we'll be back next Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern for another Action Figure Show. I almost said Action Figure News. I always messed that up. My apologies. Swanee Smith, sorry about that. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Whew.
El Paso. I spent a month there one night.